On today's business card reviews, I thought we'd go for some more techie kind of studio sort of companies, just things to do with tech in general. So straight up, app to engage. I'm gonna say they make apps or they promote apps. Either way, if you're in the app industry, that'll catch your attention. I'm not a fan of left aligned here, center aligned here. Helping small business, blah 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 blah. Okay, so they're kind of more about promotion. I normally hate long sentences, but now I get what the company does, and as you heard, I didn't before, so that's quite good. Ooh, that's not quite, it's kind of embossed. It might just be because it's shiny lettering. Should have gone to this side first. Obviously that needs to be clearer. Give us a call, let's get engaged. Yeah, better without the whole website stuff, because the website stuff is on this side. Not a great card, but it does what it needs to do. It has all the relevant information, company, what the company does, website, you know, phone number. Yeah, it's all right. It's not good, is it? Get a designer in, make something beautiful, or don't. You don't need to. Moving on to, well, I used to work here, and love it, absolutely love it. Not a fan of cards with white backgrounds, but here it completely works because Sparkol is a very let's have a white background thing, because they have a lot of products to do with drawing, illustrating and creating, so that kind of gives the feel of a blank page. Wonderful little illustrated image here. I love that it cuts off. I love that the colour really pops out. It reflects the company. You get the company and you get what they're into doing. They're into, I mean, you can create content that engages people. Fantastic. Okay, so this is Pete. He was my line manager when I was a developer there. Phone number. God, I'm not just doing this because they're my old employees. This is a nice card. I didn't expect it to be this colour, and you know, that's a location icon with a website, but I've got all the information I need. Would I like to know what Peter Bridger does? I mean, I know, but to other people maybe not. I'm not a fan of icons usually, but you know, they are very basic. They're not bold and filled in, they're not coloured, they're just very simple in there. I'm not sure why there's spacing here. I guess this is Peter's information, this is the company information, so it's kind of breaking that up. But overall, really nice card. Absolutely love this size. Like this, just, oh, it's beautiful, well thought out. Moving on to, Cookies, another company I worked at, and you know, normally I hate rounded corners, but for the Cookies feel, it's a mix of cookies are rounded, the logo's rounded, it's a front, and the thick lines on everything and the thick font goes well with the rounded corners, so I do quite like that. It's very basic. I'm not a fan of white backgrounds, but I mean, it does what it needs to do, and because their logo and font and everything is all one colour, it can work on a white background. Jessica Gurr, I have no idea who that is whatsoever. Simple layout, who she is, what she does, how to get hold of her, how to get hold of her in a different way, the company website. Ooh, I don't like addresses, but it's all one line. It lines up nicely with that line. And I've always found something about Cookies is the address, 5 Bewley Road. Sounds friendly, and I can imagine that guy living at Bewley Road. It's just a nice place. Spacing all seems nicely done. There's a bit extra spacing here, but I guess again that's the same as with the Sparkol card. Actually, let's bring that back in. So the personal information and the company information is all listed in one, but the spacing is there to kind of separate the company and the personal. So that's an interesting thing that I hadn't actually noticed ever happens on cards until right now. That's a nice little, nice touch. Yeah, nice card. Okay, TechSpark. Okay, they just do tech. They are tech in Bristol, basically. Not a fan of the logo, not a fan of the fonts. I mean, it does what it's meant to do. It tells you it's TechSpark and what TechSpark do. Just not really a fan. Okay, so that little guy is from something made by Complete Control, I believe, B-Bods, company I almost worked at. Really interesting kind of kids games sort of thing. I'm not a fan of, I feel like the font weights should be more differentiated. TextSpark editor, I get that they're together, but at the same time they're not the same thing. That's the company, that's what you do at the company. Maybe separate it a bit. It has got all the information needed. I'm guessing it is at TextSpark UK on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and all the others. Also bringing you the Sparkies Awards. Not normally a fan of little sentences, but that I quite like it because I can recognise them more now because I know what the Sparkies Awards are. Spacing not great. It's only because of this sentence there. If you take that out, it's perfect. Although there's a big gap here, and the illustration here makes it kind of weighted off centre, and it feels like that. But you know, it does what it needs to do. And the final card is databuilt.co. Can't remember who they are. Really nice. Even the little dot being in red is a nice touch, and they've done what no one else does and what I think everyone should do: the city, not the address. It's just you know, the window there not filled in, but big deal. That's the logo, I guess. Logo again. There's the founder, his phone number, and again, yeah, the company information being separate. I like it. I'm guessing that didn't need to be there, the @databuilt. So if we covered that up, you'd still get that if you're on social media, you search for Databuilt to find them. But it's so small and there's so much white space. They've used it really nicely that I guess they can afford to have an extra bit of font in here. Maybe an extra bit of text in here. Maybe an extra little use of weight would have been nice. But yeah, I quite like this card. This is one that I don't know if the rounded corners are necessary. I think pointy might have been nicer. It's an alright card.